One, two, three.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Over the Top Talk video. We are on the road to WrestleMania, so during this week, you guys know I'm going to be posting a video, something related to WrestleMania, every single day this week before we get to WrestleMania. But today, I'm going to be ranking all the WrestleMania matches that we have on a tier list. We have, 4 boxes that I'll pull up in a minute, but we never do these videos alone. I'm especially alone today because Anthony's, at an NXT event, but that's all right. So today with me, I have Mona. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Me and Anthony always say we love having creators on. We've been doing a lot of creator, collaborations the past 3 months. We've been heavy on it. So, I'm glad you could join me for this video today. With no further ado, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Pull everything on the screen here. And for everyone watching, so the 4 boxes I put were must see, strong, mid, weak, and we're just going to be ranking them how we feel the feud is, the match is going into WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. And Mona, we're going to be starting with Rhea Ripley versus Jade. How do you feel like this feud has been, and where would you put it on this tier list?
This match is going to be really good because there are 2 strong women superstars in this match. I mean, literally, they dominate. And then I really like the storyline because it's like Jade is out to help, Rhea is out to beat people up. It's just absolutely amazing. I really like it. I think it's going to be great. They deserve to main event. But I'm gonna go with a strong.
Right in there in the strong, and I'll switch over to my box. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, anytime Rhea Ripley's in a match, especially because she hasn't really, Rhea hasn't competed for a title in a while now, so kind of good to see her right back in the scene. I think her and Jade are going to put on a great match. When it comes to the feud so far, I think it started off a little bit cold, but I like what they've done the past couple weeks, having Io get assaulted on Monday Night Raw and then kind of pay back on SmackDown. But going into WrestleMania, I think this is going to be a great match. 2, amazing superstars, and I'm honestly ready for them to put on a great show. But I'll also be going with strong here, just because we know what Jade can do. We've seen what Rhea can do. We've seen what both of them can do as champions. So, and I think the feud has been pretty nice going into WrestleMania compared to the other ones that we're going to talk about. But with no further ado, moving on to the next match, which was made not too long ago. We have Seth Rollins versus the Ring General, Gunther. How do you feel about this one?
I can't get behind it emotionally because the storyline to me personally doesn't connect with the drama that we all like in wrestling. I think it's still gonna be a good match, but I personally am not like running to watch it or be super excited for it. So I'm gonna go with weak.
Yeah, and I think I easily have to agree with you here because, obviously this feud wasn't in their original plans. I think they had way other stuff they were going to do, but with Braun Breaker being out and potentially I think he's going to be returning at WrestleMania, which is another reason why I think this is going to be a short match. I mean, about, 10 minutes, and then we see some Braun Breaker interference, whether that, fully costs Seth Rollins to lose or it just ends up being an interference. I think one or the other. The feud, itself too has been pretty weak. I mean, we've only had like 2 segments made very quickly. I'm not a big fan of when feuds are made, within the last couple weeks before we get to Mania. So going to WrestleMania, not too excited for this match as well, just because I know how it's going to end. Probably a Braun Breaker return here, which I'm excited for that because it's going to lead to way better matches with Seth in the future. But I think when it comes to WrestleMania, I think this is going to be one of the weaker matches here. So I agree with you for the weak option there. And moving on, we have CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. How are you feeling?
This one is very interesting, and I think the reason why it's super interesting is because of CM Punk and the mic he got on this past week and things he had to say, not only about Roman, but also about Pat McAfee. So I think it's going to be such a great match. I don't even believe anyone's going to get involved in this match. I think it's just honestly going to be a fair game. At least I would hope not. But I'm going to say this one's a must see because, first of all, Roman, we already know he's the head of the table. He's the tribal chief. He's always a must see, no matter where you plug him in. So I'm gonna go with must see. I'm also really excited just to see how CM Punk performs against Roman Reigns.
Yeah, when it comes to this match as well, I am going to be following suit here just because I love, both these guys in general. I like the work they've been putting in. I know, fans said they were kind of sick of the same promo action that we were getting towards like the beginning, which makes sense when you have the Royal Rumble winner, Roman Reigns, and then you have to figure out what to do for, 7 to 8 weeks. But I think they've done a perfect job with this few little mix of action and promo work. Like I said, I love both of these guys. So going into this match, I'm really split on who's going to win. Haven't made my official prediction yet, but that'll be, made soon. And like you said, I don't know if we're going to get any interference for this match, which I like as well. I have been hearing, you have the Usos who are involved for a minute, so you might see them. I was thinking maybe The Rock as well, but when it comes to The Rock, who knows when he's going to show up, when he's not. So I think this match overall is going to be, very good. Obviously, it's night 2 main event, so probably expecting some sort of shenanigans because WWE loves to do that. But nonetheless, love both these guys, so I'll be putting it in one of my must-see matches as well. And moving on here, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship match, which is a 4-way between the Bellas. You got the champions, Nia Jax. You have, why is my brain, Lyra and Bailey, and then you have, my mind is blank. No, who's in this match? Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
This one's I don't want to say it's a tough one, but I feel like the Bella Twins came back. I mean, Nikki Bella's been back, but when Brie came back at the Rumble, I feel like I didn't see them for a while. They came, they said, "Hey, we're coming back to take over," and then we didn't hear from them for a few weeks. And I do know they have obviously things going on in their personal life, but I feel like this match is just all over the place, like the storyline and everything. It was just kind of like plugged in between segments, and I can't emotionally get behind it. So I just I'm excited to see Brie and Bella back in the ring, but I'm just not super excited as much as I want to be because I love the Bella Twins. I love I love everybody on the card, but I'm gonna go with weak.
Perfect. And
Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry.
no, when it comes to this match as well, I was very mixed on when I was thinking about it. Like you said, it's been all over the place. Even I think it's either Nick or Brie Bella right now dealing with some sort of injury, and I think they're fine though. So when it comes to this match, I mean, sometimes like these matches are sleepers with the woman. Like you never know what you're gonna get out of these matches. That's why I think I'm gonna put it in mid here. Just because we've seen matches in the past with the tag teams, they are very good. Women seem to do great job. This feud though, like with the promos and them going on Raw, going on SmackDown, kind of attacking each other, it's been, like you said, really all over the place. So that's why it will be mid. When it comes to the match itself, it's one of those toss-ups. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? So I think a perfect spot for it for me is in that mid category. But moving on here, we have the match that I'm most excited about, which is Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi.
They're opening up with this match, and I couldn't agree more because it is going to be such an amazing match between the two. I don't think it's obviously going to go that long, but I do believe it's going to be amazing. I believe bodies are going to be flying everywhere. I don't even know what Paul Heyman's going to think after this match because and Brock, they're going to put on an amazing match. This is a definite must see, and I am so excited to see two powerhouses going at it.
Yeah, I'm easily agreeing here, just because I said this is one of the feuds that is interesting because they haven't had to do any promos or mic work to make this feud work. It's just been straight up going after each other, attacking each other like we saw on Monday Night Raw when they were going back and forth during the contract signing. They haven't needed a mic. I was also an advocate for having this be one of the main events to WrestleMania, but obviously it's going to open up, which I love even more because it gets the fans hyped, especially night 2 opener. So I've been a huge advocate for this match. I love both competitors. Hopefully Obafemi goes over in this match, which I think he will, and we'll see what we get. But when it comes to WrestleMania, this is one of my must-see matches, and probably one of the matches I'm most excited for here. So for me, it's also a must-see match. But moving down the line, we have Mr. Fatu versus Drew McIntyre.
Well, I'm back and forth about this one. I love seeing both of them in the ring. They're both good. I just obviously not excited as other matches, so this one I'm actually gonna put in mid. But I do feel like watching these two go at it is gonna be fun. They're both amazing wrestlers in the ring. Jacob Fatu, obviously, to me personally, like I always enjoy seeing him in the ring, but it's just the matchup that I find mid.
Yeah, and when it comes to this match as well, for me at least, is when you have two guys they've been going after each other for a while. Like, this is marked like way back to that steel cage match when Cody lost the title originally. They've been going back and forth for a while, and that's another issue I have when you have the same two guys going back and forth. But as far as WrestleMania goes, I think the match is gonna be all right, but like I said, I really don't like the feuds that drag out as much as this one has. I do think it's going to be a great match between these two because they're both great competitors. But for me, it is also going to be, I think, as long as right now, I'm going to say it's mid. But once again, maybe it'll prove me wrong, which happened last year with multiple matches. So as far as this match goes, it will also be in the mid category for me as well. And with no further ado, we have the rematch between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship.
I like this match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, there's so much buildup from even when she returned prior to her return against with CM Punk. And I'm excited to see it because there is a storyline behind this. There is a buildup behind this. And so just on top of them both being in the ring together and the storyline, I'm going to go with a strong match because there's a lot of emotion behind this, not only just as a storyline, but between both of them as well and her return. So I'm excited to see both these women go at it.
Yeah, and it honestly pains me to do this. I think I'm going to put this match in mid only because, it's just another one where the feud has dragged out for a long time, and we've seen these two go at it. The feud going into WrestleMania has been kind of weird as well. I mean, we've seen like many, interactions between these two. I actually saw them in person when this match was first made. We just haven't got a lot on the road to WrestleMania with these two, and I think the match is going to be decent. The only reason I'm putting it in mid is it's just another match that's dragging out, and I know, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch's story kind of has written itself. So when it comes to this match, I think it's going to be good. I just think going into WrestleMania right now, it is at a very mid, and I'm very interested to see who wins this match because I think it is going to be very important, knowing that AJ Lee is up 1-0 on Becky, 2-0 if you count the mixed gender match. But for me, this match, just because of the feud going into WrestleMania right now, is going to be at that mid checkpoint. But with no further ado, let me get our next match pulled up, which is Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn.
Man, there's the. I was shocked he was getting booed. I was like, is it time for him to just be completely heel? You look, it's a good match. It's going to be a good match. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest with you. I'm not emotionally attached to the storyline, but I do believe they put on one hell of a match because they're both amazing powerhouse wrestlers, but I'm just gonna go with mid on this one because I can't find myself getting behind it emotionally. And to me, like, this is entertainment, but I also like to be emotionally attached to storylines. This one didn't get me there.
Yeah, and for me, when it comes to this feud, I'm gonna put it in weak because I wanted it to be Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams. Obviously not happening. A
That
lot
would
of
have been
fans
so
wanted that
good.
as well.
Yeah.
Last night, a lot of fan outrage towards Sami Zayn, which is kind of weird because in this feud, Trick's supposed to be the, heel and Sammy's supposed to be the face, but fan reaction's been like the opposite way, which I find kind of weird, but expected when you took the title off of Carmelo Hayes about, a couple weeks from Mania. So when it comes to this match, I think it's weak just because I'm, a little, mad that's not Carmelo Hayes, but hopefully he'll get some, spotlight down the line. Like if Trick wins, we see potentially a match at SummerSlam. Who knows? But going into WrestleMania, this was another one was made very quickly. The promos, I love Trick, I love Sammy, but adding, another celebrity like Lil Yachty to this, feud for me makes it a little bit strange. So
Forgot
we'll
about
probably
that.
see some of that at WrestleMania. But for me, just because I'm, mad that's not Carmelo Hayes, it is going in that weak category. I think it's going to be a good match, but obviously the hometown boy for me and Anthony is Carmelo Hayes. So I feel like he got a little bit screwed over there. But moving on, we have Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, this is gonna be so good. And then you get the demon back. I think I'm looking forward to the entrance more than the match. I know people are gonna think I'm crazy, but his entrance is just it's like chef's kiss. It's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It literally gets you like so pumped for the match. Dominic Mysterio is doing absolutely amazing, by the way. Like that character that he holds and everything that he does it's so entertaining. I never get sick to see him on TV. I'm gonna go with a must see. Okay, and mainly because I'm just excited for Finn Balor's entrance. Okay, it's nice to see the demon back, and I mean, I'm also excited for the match. Don't get me wrong, but just their history every week on TV, they're always entertaining. It's a must see in my book.
Yeah, and this is easily a must see for me as well. I mean, a lot of people like me were waiting for something to happen with the Judgment Day, and we finally got it with them somewhat splitting up by kicking Finn Balor out. Like you said, I'm very excited for his entrance as well. We haven't seen the Demon in a while now. I was shocked well, I wasn't shocked, but kind of surprised they announced it, 2 weeks ahead of time. But obviously, doesn't really change for me. I'm still excited for the Demon. I'm excited for the match as well. These two always put on a great show. So kind of wish there was a title on the line here, but I guess when it comes to these kind of heated rivalries and what we're going to see here, it doesn't really need a title. So I think this match is going to be another great match, and I'm very excited for it. And hopefully Finn Balor, who is another one of my favorite wrestlers, picks up the win over Dom here. But nonetheless, it is a must-see match for me as well. And moving on to the match that I am also looking forward to, but you get the floor first, which is Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Is she clear to fight after that hit she took against Roxanne? Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm very excited for it. It's a must see. I don't even have to put words into it just because it's been an amazing storyline. It's been amazing to see her come back after her injury and to see how she succeeds. She's amazing. She's a great heel. And I think they're both going to put on an amazing match together. So must see in my book.
Yeah, and for me as well, it's an easy must see. I mean, a lot of people who have followed us for many years. I have so much Liv Morgan stuff behind me. I have her autograph. I saw her and met her a couple weeks ago. I'm a huge fan of Liv Morgan, always have been, and this character she's putting on, and the feud in general between these two. I mean, they really haven't had to do too much to make this feud like enjoyable. They've had like short segments where they've attacked each other, whether it's fighting or on the mic. Short segments, which I've also liked as well. I think these two ladies are going to put on a great match, and one of the matches that I also said could have main evented, but obviously is not. I think it's the co-main event. But um, like I said, easily must see match, and I'm a huge Liv Morgan fan, always have been. So hopefully she picks up some gold, and we see. I've been saying it for a while. Raquel Rodriguez versus Liv Morgan is probably coming soon. So,
That would be great.
but moving on, we have the match that was just made, which was the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision and I Show Speed.
You talk about Bronson Reed returning back. Okay. I think he's returning back at this match and he's gonna spear I Show Speed like he did last time. Okay, at the Rumble. Oh man, this I know it was just made, but for some reason I'm so looking forward to this match. I'm not gonna put I want to put it must see, but I feel like my must see line is getting really long. But I'm gonna put it must see because it's just gonna be so fun to just watch it. I think I Show Speed is gonna make us all laugh, and to see the Usos and LA Knight team up, it's gonna be fun. I think it's just gonna be more fun entertainment as more of like, oh my god, you're like at the edge of your seat type of match. So it's just more for our entertainment. I love it. I love everything about it. So I'm gonna do must see.
Yeah, when it comes to this match, I'm gonna be putting it in strong, especially because it's opening up the WrestleMania, which when you have the Usos in a opener, I think it's a good sign to hopefully a good Mania.
Oh, I messed up. It's Braun Breaker. Sorry, not Bronson Reed. Oh my god. Let me drink more coffee.
Right. When it comes to this match, every time I Show Speed's been in a ring, I think we're gonna see some sort of spot here with him. I think he's gonna take a 1D by the Usos. That's probably how this match is gonna end, actually. So I'm looking forward to the spots with Speed, and Speed's one of the entertainers, or I guess you can call him celeb, that I really respect, because I mean he takes a lot of rough spots whenever he's in the WWE ring, and not a lot of guys who come up like the celebrities don't really like to take spots. So Show Speed's always willing to do really anything. So I think this match deserves to be a strong, just because the competitors in it, plus it's opening up WrestleMania. So I will be agreeing, or I will be putting this in the strong category. But moving on to another match that I think a lot of people are excited for as well, and that is our Intercontinental Championship match, which is, as everyone knows, is a ladder match. So how do you feel about this match?
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. And it's a ladder match. So anytime ladders are involved, I don't know, are the Hardy Boys showing up? I don't know. I'm gonna go with strong with this one because it's got a good storyline behind it. It's gonna be fun. The ladders are involved, and I'm excited for. I'm pushed behind it, so I'm gonna go strong with this one.
Yeah, and when it comes to me, I just the just adding Rey Mysterio, I think puts it in must see for me, just because I'm a huge fan of the high flyers. We have a lot of them in this match. Rusev's kind of the random add to this match, but
We'll see what happens.
besides Rusev, I think when you put all these high flyers on a match, you usually get a lot of great spots, great action. So, and ladder matches in general, the past couple of years, when it comes to WrestleMania, have been very good as well. Plus Javon Evans is in there, which I really think he's going to be the one that pulls this out. Hopefully, me
Hopefully,
talking as a Javon Evans fan. So I think it's must see, just because of the high flyers plus Rusev, but plus
high
Ray,
flyers plus Rusev.
right? Plus Rey Mysterio's potentially final WrestleMania here, so I think it's easily a must see match. But with no further ado, we have our final match here, which is the main event to night one, which is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton.
Everybody's the internet went crazy over this because of Pat McAfee. I think it was doing really well, and then Pat McAfee showed up, and it obviously upset a lot of people. So prior to Pat McAfee, it was honestly a really good feud. I really liked it. They haven't faced since I think Cody's debut. It's I could be wrong on that, but it was been a long time. But Look, for me personally, I am a big Cody crybaby. I admit it all the time. It is a must-see in my book, regardless of how people feel about Pat McAfee. But it's Randy Orton and it's Cody Rhodes. You have two amazing wrestlers in there, storylines, everything, just the history they have within the wrestling world. I think it's a must-see. It's the main event for a reason, so I'm excited for that match.
Yeah, and when it comes to me, it honestly hurts to do this, but I saw how it played out last year with Cena and Travis Scott, so I think we're gonna get another situation like that here. So for me, it's gonna go in mid here. I think they. I mean,
Oh God.
I had it in strong and must see until the past couple weeks here. What I'm seeing, I'm one of the fans that really confused what they're doing with Pat McAfee, and I guess you can say Jelly Roll here. But I'm just putting it in mid. I hope this doesn't happen, but I think it's going to, where we see something like maybe like a copy and paste of last year, where Travis Scott, was partially the reason why Cody lost, and probably gonna see Pat McAfee be the reason why Cody loses this year, if Cody does lose. But unfortunately, it hurts to put this match in a spot like that. With a 20-year feud, I just think they could have the road to WrestleMania. I think they were on a really good road, and then just they have that mystery caller be Pat McAfee, and that kind of killed the feud for me. But we still have another week. Maybe my opinion will change within the next week, but as of right now, going into Mania, it is unfortunately going to be in that mid box, but hopefully I'm proven wrong. But really hoping I'm proven wrong. But who knows with Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll in this feud now. But for everyone watching, I have my tier list on the screen. I'm putting Mona's on right here. Let us know if you agree or disagree with these lists. We obviously a lot of matches to look forward to. Hopefully, we get proven wrong on some of these. I'm personally, with some of the choices I made, really hoping I get proven wrong. But when it comes to you, Mona, where can the people watching and listening find you on social media?
I am everywhere, almost on every social media platform at the one Mona. Some of them have an extra A at the end. But that's pretty much where you can find me. I will be in Vegas. I have a lot of things planned. I'm very excited to share it all once I get there.
Perfect. And for everyone watching, I'll find her links like I always do, throw them down below. Make sure to check out me and Anthony as well. Right now, we're heavy on Instagram and TikTok, which is Over the Top Talk, same as always. We post clips every day, interviews, stuff like that. So, and it's WrestleMania season. So, like I said, I'll be posting a WrestleMania related video every single day, as well as clips. So, that's Over the Top Talk. Make sure to subscribe and like. And we are in WrestleMania week. So, I'm very pumped for it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you, everybody.
1, 2, 3.